absolutely stunning now. On my way to church, sun has come out. The trees are absolutely just covered with snow. I dug my lane out. We're looking good. It was a little bit like, you know, not overcast, not foggy, but just kind of the sun didn't come out. Now there's openings, and especially if you've been up to the mountains of the ski resorts, when the sun does that in the morning for your ski trip, it's absolutely incredible. The plows have done a great job plowing the streets, and we are off to church. And if you are wondering, you're like, Chris, you look different. This is very true. I did a review for Manscaped's new electric shaver, and so I haven't gone all the way down to the skin since 2022. And then before that, probably, goodness, I had stubble probably since 2016, so it definitely makes me look younger, that's for sure. It takes at least 3 to 4 years off of my face, I personally think, just because it's just so smooth. I was putting castor oil on last night, and I was like, man, my face is smooth. Look at that. But it's kind of funny because after you trim your beard up, you're like, my lips look funny because I don't have this like hair above my lips, so my upper lip looks really thin. You get used to it after like a couple days, but it does look kind of funny for a little bit. Alrighty, folks. Again, a beautiful, stunning day. We're gonna go ahead. We're back in the van. Rico has been fixed, ladies and gentlemen. I do need gasoline. And you're like, Chris, what happened to Rico? Well, I was coming back from it wasn't winter quite yet. It was a late fall. I think it was all the way back in like October. So I kind of lagged on fixing it. I mean, it was like this whole power steering pump pulley I was having issues with. Budging in real quickly here. Guys, thank you for watching the video, by the way. But I'm gonna budge in right here to thank today's sponsor, which is Epic Water Filters. They have one type of style pitcher that's just like a Brita, but made a lot better. And also a water bottle filter called the Answer that is compatible with many different water bottles. It has a couple different tops to it for sipping, for hygiene purposes, a little flip cover to it right here. Anyway, let me show you some examples and we'll get right back into the vlog video. Water filtration pitcher, and we are gonna be putting this to the test. This is gonna replace 1,000 plus plastic water bottles. It eliminates 99.9% of contaminants. Bamboo handle to it, wooden bamboo look to it. Nice little handle, big clear pitcher. It looks like this on the top. Obviously you got your fill-up port right there, your pour spout right here. All right, so you have your filter right here. Unscrews. If you need to wash it, all that fun stuff, wash your contraption, your products. That goes back in. There is a little arrow that's pointing that direction. That goes back in, that flaps shut. We have our little filter meter, push button for filling. All right, this is a great example of why I'm so keen on this beautiful filter, as well as the water bottle filter as well. Now, in this particular hotel, I'm at a La Quinta hotel in the city, and the water is definitely, you know, it's drinkable, but you know, I have it with me, an absolutely beautiful, crisp, clean water I'm drinking this morning. And also for this Airbnb as well, like I stated at the hotel, definitely for the hotel, but we don't know what Sedona, Arizona water we're on. I'm not sure if this property is on or city water, but we've been really enjoying just filling this up. Fresh water. I've been using it for my coffee. I've been using it for my drinking water. I've been using it for my cooking and my oatmeal water. I just don't like fluoride in my water, so I'm really appreciative to this. And it tastes very refreshing, crisp, and clean. So this is compatible with your different water bottles and all your different brands. Let me label off a few of those real quick. Hydro Flask, Nalgene, I believe you pronounce it, Thermoflask, Simple Modern, Yeti, Camelback, and Hydrocell. Each one of these filters replaces 550 plus single-use water bottles. And right here is our Every Tap filter. All right, we have our Easy Sip lid, as well as your Safeguard lid right here. And for the different filters, you want to use the Everywhere filter for any fresh water, and then the Every Tap filter you would use with your treated tap water. So let me show you how this works here. So you have your cartridge right here, and we have the Every Tap filter in here right now. So this again is your holding cartridge right here, where your straw goes into the top right here, just slips on in like that there, and then your straw slips on into the lid right here. Again, grab the appropriate straw for your water bottle, and then slipping this in here and buckling up the hatch right there. So we got our flip lid right here. We pull up our straw and we sip through as it's filtering upwards as you're sucking up in the straw. All right, I got my filter inside of my water bottle. Perfect opportunity at a gas station, just in case you want to double filter it. Again, filling up your water bottle with the filter already inside. And it's actually tasting really, really good. I filled it up earlier at this surf location we just went to, this wave pool, and I'm gonna fill it up again in this gas station. Or on the golf course as well, just filled it up, filters in there. If you are wondering, it's not hard to sip through. It's obviously, it's going through a filter, but there's no like really hard sucking power that you have to do to get it up into your mouth. You get used to it and it's not bad at all. I really didn't mind it at all. The water bottle filter did awesome. To be honest with you, I was super pumped about it. I won't travel without these filters anymore. So water bottle filter, loved it, especially out on the golf course, at the gas station. So love the filters. Well guys, I used them. I loved them, especially in hotels, Airbnbs, etc. or in the city. I don't like stuff in my water. Anyway, if you want to get your hands on either one, the water bottle filter or the water pitcher, top link in the description box below is going to be your link where you guys can go directly over to their website, check out the products, pick them up yourself. Enjoy if you do. All right, let's get back to the diving. Anyway, I had the old Ford truck, so I was like, not too big of a rush to fix it. Anyway, I was coming back from Pueblo surfing, and yeah, this was like late October. There was like snow around, and I realized I was overheating in the parking lot of the surf wave. And I was like, okay. And I kind of heard like a little belt sound. Anyway, make a long story short, my belt pulled off of my pulleys, tensioners, like the whole serpentine belt like fell off. So obviously like it wasn't making my water pump, and my battery was draining because it wasn't circling around my alternator. So make a long story short, I actually made like the hour and 15-minute drive back home. Praise the Lord. My engine almost blew. Praise the Lord, it did not. And I broke down in a gym parking lot down the street from my brother's house. And the next day, after it cooled down, we recharged the battery, and then I hoofed it back, still with no belt. But obviously the battery's not gonna die in 30-minute drive. But I took my time, took it easy, made sure I wasn't overheating. Then I brought the van back to my house, and again, took some time to work on it. Had a couple other little issues, as with car maintenance, mechanics, and decided to drive it today, and we're looking good. Temperature is holding, oil pressure is great. I did an oil change as well. I do need to stop before church to get gas. That's gonna, unfortunately, cause me to be a few minutes tardy to church. And I'm not gonna go through the forest this time. The plows do a better job on the main road, so I'm just gonna go around instead of through the beautiful enchanting forest. But if you are wondering, the van is two-wheel drive, and it does great because it's a heavy van, as long as the roads aren't icy. But I highly recommend an all-wheel drive or a four-wheel drive if you're gonna be hoofing it out and about. But like I said, the plows have done a great job on the main road. Trees are beautiful. Let's get some gas and go to church. Now, I know the van isn't like, you know, the best possible vehicle to court future new bride in. I 100% agree. I forgot what side my thing is on. But I do, the space in here is great. Not to mention how high up I am. I gotta raise a truck up pretty high to be this high. It's awesome. Don't worry. If you're watching this, you're like, Chris, knock it off. Just go get yourself a new automobile. Yes, I definitely will. In due time, I will be paying cash, not a car payment for it. That's why it's taking a little bit of time. But I do love to be up high. Feels good. I just need to put some new shocks on it now, stuff like that, you know? But hey, it's Rico, baby. Rico never dies, baby. The camera's not gonna do it justice. A little bit. So you have this cloud line right through here, and then a 14,000 foot mountaintop right above it, coming out in the sunshine. Absolutely gorgeous. Great time in church today. And again, typically I like to stay behind a little bit, and I did that today, but typically I study up for my next ministry video. But I didn't really, I had one about tithing and heart posture. I've kind of already hit that a little bit, and maybe I probably will in the future expand on that. But this next ministry video, which will probably be out already by the time you watch this, I'm gonna talk about Psalms chapter 30 and chapter 32. David's heart just pouring out to the Lord. Stay tuned for that one. That's gonna be a good video. Also, the sun is shining. It's beautiful. It's chilly out. It's gonna be a high of 32 degrees. Alrighty, just pulled out of the college campus parking lot. The reason why is right after I got off the camera with you there, talking on the camera, I heard what sounded kind of like something flopping around on my belt, which I just talked to you about. I just fixed my serpentine belt, and I got out, praise the Lord, the belt was still doing good, it's still going around, but I think a chunk of ice fell into the belt and started going around the belt and started getting broken up a little bit, and so it kind of caused a little bit of a noise, and I was like, oh no, the belt fell off again, and I was just about to turn around and go home. Praise the Lord, belt's on, nothing dripping underneath the van, so we're looking good. That's the only thing about an older automobile. Car mechanics, I get it. I totally get it. If you can afford it and you can pay cash for a car, I would probably, in the future, definitely for the future missus, she is gonna get a new safe car like every 4 to 5 years to keep the kiddos safe, which I don't have any kids yet, but you know, of course we're praying into that. Don't have a wife yet, but of course we're praying into that. But what I'm getting at is she will have the newest safe automobile for herself and the kiddos, and definitely I would like a newer automobile. And if you can afford it, like 4 to 5 years, just cycle through to another vehicle, pay cash for it, or pick one up that's like 2 years old, drive it for 4 years. If it's a reliable automobile, you're not going to really have any maintenance during that time except for oil changes, tires, but God willing, no major issues should transpire. That's typically when the warranties go up anyway. And after the warranties is when stuff starts, you know, unfortunately breaking down. Especially these winters out here with the salts on the road, the rust's definitely a lot harder on an automobile in winter conditions than in California. Now, if you live close to the beach in California, then you got salt damage from the ocean. I remember years ago I was doing pest control with my good buddy. We went to this apartment complex across the street from the beach. And I mean, the handrails were metal, they were all rusted, paint nasty, just because the salt air would come across the street and it was so close to the beach. It just rotted out the metal, man. It was crazy. Anywho, beautiful day. We're heading on into Costco and we're gonna do a little shopping. They have a heater I'm looking into purchasing for my crawl space, just because my crawl space is not insulated as well as it should be. So when it dips down below like 10 degrees, 8 degrees, which we've done that only once, I think, or twice this winter, you either keep your faucets dripping, which isn't that big of a deal, but I mean, you gotta do it to everything. Sinks, showers, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking about picking up this heater. It's like 75 bucks. Put it underneath, put it on like the low medium setting, so it's like 60 degrees plus underneath that crawl space. Dial it in real nicely, just so you don't have to worry about pipes freezing. Praise the Lord, nothing burst this last go around, but they did freeze, and it was kind of a bummer because like washing dishes, you know, you just gotta have to like fill up in the other bathroom, like fill up your Yeti mugs, and then I think I gotta go back over here to park the van here. Hold on one second. I think I can park right here. Looking good here. Old Costco Moscow. So you guys get the idea. We're gonna head inside, try to make another video for Costco, maybe some new goodies. It's always kind of nice to cruise around in Costco, kind of figure out what is around and about. Let's head on in.
Let me back that up a little bit here. Beautiful new pennant light, 8 light glass pennant here. Really cool. Full glass with LED lights in the middle here. Again, 8, and then a ring with a diffuser all the way around. Potential dining room, kitchen area there. Could be over a freestanding bathtub as well. That's going to only run you $99.99 for that. And then you have some other lighting options over here as well, but they've had these for a while, like a fan LED light, and that particular one that changes from warm to cool blue. I think that's a really good price for $99.99. And I don't think you can change it. I think it's a 1 roundabout, kind of a warmer color to it. 950 lumens, adjustable, hours, 27 watts, LED. And yes, you can adjust it, I think, for longer or keeping it short like that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, been sitting in the Costco parking lot for a little bit. It's a little chilly out here today. Spent way too much time in Costco, but I was able to get at least 2 videos. And you're like, Chris, what do you mean videos? Well, it's still wintertime, and they're already bringing out their like spring, summer stuff, like gazebos and lawn chairs and entryway lights. I picked up, I'll put it in a vlog, but I picked up these like nice little solar paneled. Well, here, let me just show you real quick. As you can see right here, they're actually really nice.
They're kind of like these nice landscaping lights, and it's a 4-pack, and they were like $36, I think, for 4 of them, and they're nice and tall. They look really nice. So I picked those up, and then because it's Sunday, I wanted to have a little bit of squibbles, so I picked up the Costco cookie pack, oatmeal raisin, white chocolate chip, macadamia nut, and chocolate chip. Pretty good cookies. $9.99, and that's gonna last me weeks. I'm gonna freeze those, unfreeze them on Sundays, but in all honesty, Sprouts, as long as you get the muffin top cookies, those are gonna be the best. So, picked up my organic food. It's in the Yeti. And then now, let's see, we're gonna go over and get some gasoline. It's kind of a lull time. And so what I did is I was cruising through Costco, showing the outdoor lights, showing the gazebos, talking about them, showing the prices, showing you the greenhouse. Check out my other channel. It's always linked in the description box below. Tips and tricks. That's my largest channel. That's my DIY product review video, life hacks, travel when I'm not vlogging on this channel. So let's grab some Costco gas. Alrighty folks, you are in for a treat. We gotta get over there and get over there fast before someone else grabs it. We're right around the corner. Let's go. You guys are gonna see what I'm talking about. Hopefully all the pieces are there and it's not busted, but we got some good news for you in just a split. See, let's go ahead and get around here. I'm excited. So I saw a lot of stacked up stuff, and I mean, the weather hasn't been that good. It's been snowing, so I was like, man, how's the dumpster diving gonna be? Sometimes you just gotta pray, guys. You just gotta pray. You gotta have faith and hope. So let's come on around and take ourselves a little look-see. We're probably just gonna drive up right next to it instead of grabbing a parking spot, because this item is gonna be a little bit heavy to load up by myself. So let me just come right here with you. It's a snowy day, or this thing would have been taken already for sure. So let me go ahead and buzz on around right here. And okay, so what I do is I come up the back street so I can look at the back side of this compactor right here. But as you can see right there, ladies and gentlemen, that is a foosball table. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull up. I think I'm just gonna pull up right next to the cans right here, and we're gonna look at this foosball table. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is, not like a really, really high-end one, but that definitely is a fun one right there. Got yourself little arms and little doodads. That definitely might be worth grabbing. Okay, I'm gonna grab this as well. That's a really nice little pot there with a, dead thingamabobber, but that is really, really nice. We'll grab this. And then this is one of those like hockey things, so it's not the best quality. I'm gonna maybe let this one slide for somebody else here. And then check this out. These are actually in here. And I don't know if they're expired or not. I don't see an expired thing. I'll look at that a little bit closer off camera. But these mini chill frappuccinos, again, I don't eat this stuff or drink this stuff on a regular basis. Those are all in there. So all this stuff, like pantry stuff, oh goodness, those things are good. If those cheddar biscuits, I'll eat those on cheat day. Let's see, May 5th, 2024. So unfortunately that's expired, but let me see if I can find something on these mini frappuccinos. It's like just a mini chill coffee drink. There's white chocolate mocha and caramel. Those are probably pretty expensive if they're not expired. Be nice to have one of those on cheat day. And then I just need to clean the top of it, but that's the drip tray for the little vase over yonder here. Alrighty, unfortunately, it just wasn't as high of quality as I'd liked it to be, so I'll let somebody else with some kids grab that one. It still was cool, it just, yeah, I mean, if that was one of those like $500 or $600 brand new ones, I definitely would have grabbed it for the shop, if people are over and they just want to play some foosball. I mean, free is free, but I did grab the nice little pot here. That's actually really nice. That probably brand new was like 40 or 50 bucks. It's not actual, cement or ceramic. It's made to look like that. It's actually plastic, but still
still, it's very large. It was probably pretty expensive. So that was a great score. Definitely worth stopping, but it's cold. This little jean jacket is not doing justice for however warm it is outside. It said it was gonna be a high of 32 degrees, but it feels a lot colder out there than 32. But the sun is behind some clouds, so that might be a reason why. We got a couch, a Christmas tree, a futon, and food. Let's see what's up.
What's up with everyone throwing away food? Oh no, that's not food, that's just trash. Oh, that's kind of cool. What do we got here? Like a Faith Can Move Mountains. Oh, that is awesome. It's like a wood frame with a silhouette of a mountain range with a cross. Faith Can Move Mountains. Yeah, that's coming home with me for sure. Hey, look at it. Free Christmas tree. Kid scooter. And actually, it's, you know, one of those kind of cheaper futons from like, you know, Walmart or like, you know, whatever, but it still looks like it's in good condition. And then a couch. Unfortunately, the couch is a little bit, oh, and then a camping thing. Couch is a little bit bummed out from the weather there.
Okay, so I grabbed the Faith Can Move Mountains. It's the Lord speaking to me, I'll tell you what, because I actually found something a while ago, if you remember it, and I actually still have it displayed at the house right now. It says, what was it? Faith makes everything possible, but then I add faith in God makes everything possible. So this is really cool. I'll show it to you. It actually has like little hooks down below the whole like glass thing where you can hang your coats and stuff like that. So I'll either give that away to somebody in the family, they'll love that, or I'll put that in some area of the house. I'm gonna head over here. This is the other side of the apartment complex. They got another compactor over here because that's the newer side, or similar build. Yeah, nothing there right now, just boxes there. But Faith Can Move Mountains, absolutely. If you haven't seen my ministry video about faith, I go into all the scriptures and it's absolutely beautiful. Like the Lord wants to see our faith. The Bible actually talks about it is impossible. Okay, did you just get that? It is impossible to please God without faith. Isn't that wild? Oh, goodness gracious, that looks really inviting. Let me turn around the camera real quick. There's like major steam coming off the pool. Like that's the pool. And like major steam is coming off of it. But it also, faith without works is dead. So faith is a beautiful thing and it's easier said than done. But have faith in God, and that's a constant reminder every day for sure. All right, let's continue on.
Well, I was just showing you the pop-up cart at Costco. And I think, unless a wheel busted on it, let's take a look. Oh yeah. I mean, it still would push, but yeah, so it looks like the actual wheel busted on it. But I'm wondering if, I mean, the plastic's still there. It is a little junked up. I wonder if you could fix that.
We let that one slide. If the wheel was fixed and it wasn't like it's this kind of like bit thing. Hold on one second, let me just take a look at inside here. Looks like potentially something right there. So let me zip in. Looks like maybe a piece of furniture or something like that. Let me go in there real quick. But I mean, if the wheel was there, it just doesn't look fixable. It's not like an inner tube. It just looks like it popped off and it's riveted in there so you can't replace the wheel. And the one at Costco is only $90. That was actually good condition if you could replace the wheel, but it just didn't look like you could, so I let it sit there. All right, let me check out this little piece over here real quick.
All right, we got like an old mirror, black frame, and then this little piece here. It's kind of a just magnetic thing. Unfortunately, one of the legs is missing. Pets fit. So it looks like it's made for, yeah, unfortunately. I'll probably let that one slide. That'd be a good shop cabinet. Oh, okay. It's a kitty cat litter thing where you have the cat food up top and the kitty litter in the bottom. Anyway, we'll let that one slide.
Again, this day and age, I just want to be mindful of what I'm grabbing, and I'm just not grabbing anything, and this has been for a while, but I'm just not grabbing everything, only if I really need it, or if it is sellable, or if somebody else might need it that I do know. I mean, sometimes I do grab cool things, but to be honest with you, I get home and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna use that or not. And so what I do in that scenario is I just go ahead and donate it, because there's actually 2 donation centers right next to my church. There's one, I believe it's a Christian organization, and then there is a Goodwill. So one time, the place that's a Christian organization, unfortunately they didn't take my old couch, so I went over to Goodwill and they took my couch, and so that's good. Oh, by the way, the jack last week, the jack actually works out really well. I actually jacked up Rico the van with the jack. The jack worked out absolutely. Pittsburgh Harbor Freight jack. That jack was probably 150 bucks, 170 bucks brand new. It's a working jack. I'm pumped on that one. And by the way, if I did have a cat and needed that kitty litter box, little cabinet thing, all you gotta do is get a replacement wooden leg. I mean, those are dime a dozen on Amazon. Probably a 2-pack would cost you $8.99, $9.99. And that thing is back up and running. Just screw it back in the bottom. It was actually a nice little piece. And I mean, it's a Sunday. We might as well stop at Sprouts. Our second Sprouts for the day. We gotta get the specific items we need. Alrighty, in the air fryer, we got ourselves, let me actually check on this, make sure I'm not overdoing it. Oh, that looks lovely. We'll let it run down. I got some lovely garlic bread and pasta for my Sunday night cheat meal. We're gonna watch a little telly. We're gonna watch a little telly while we eat this. And then we got an exciting day tomorrow. Alrighty, we're gonna tuck into this beautiful pasta here, as well as homemade garlic bread.